Good day, guys! Let's begin our new series of essays about the English language. But actually, we will not speak only about the English language. It's just a pretext to speak about other languages and about human reason in particular. I like to begin our conversation like ancient philosophers did. With the very beginning, with the moment when we can speak about the English language as such, for it was not. But this fact will not bother us, for it will be even more interesting to know how something grew out of something entirely different. Let's begin with the fact that most of the European languages are related to each other. Now I'm talking about this as something that goes without saying, but some 200 years ago, people couldn't even think about it. And of course, nobody could think that even so different languages like English and Russian are, if not brothers, but cousins. It was impossible to think about it. On the one hand, when you hear for the first time that Russian and English are in kinship, you get puzzled because there appears a legitimate question why we don't understand each other. Why do we have to study each other's language? And secondly, nowadays everybody can say whatever, but how to prove it? Let's begin answering with the first question, why we do not understand each other. But generally speaking, not only us, Russians and Englishmen do not understand each other, but also Englishmen and Germans can't understand each other and they have to learn each other's languages, despite the fact that their languages are no doubt not only related, but very close to each other. Let's compare the following phrases in English and in German. The English phrase: Morning, I open my eyes, stand up, go to the kitchen, drink water and eat bread. The German phrase: Morgen, ich öffne meine Augen, stehe auf, gehe in die Küche, trinke Wasser und esse Brot. Here, in these two sentences, in English and in German, all the roots have the common origin, excepted the prepositions to and in. They go back to different roots, though nevertheless we can find direct equivalents for them. The English to historically corresponds to the German zu, and the German in has the same form. In English it's in to. All other words, one way or another, we can guess them. On the other hand, they are so different, these languages, both English and Germans, without special training, won't be able to understand each other. And if such related languages differ so much, and they separated relatively not so long ago, some 1500 years ago, what shall we say about such languages as Russian and English, which separated 6,000 years ago? That is, not them exactly, but their parent languages from which they come from. But nevertheless, even in this English phrase, we can highlight common elements with Russian. In Russian, this phrase sounds as follows. Утро, я открываю мои глаза, встаю, иду на кухню, пью воду и ем хлеб. What words in Russian would you think are historically related with English? Now you can press the pause and write them in the comments. It would be interesting to know just your first impressions. And now I'm going to tell you the answer. The first thing that catches your eye, you could say that it is my, stand, встаю. Here you can guess the common root sta. Вода, water, they look very similar. And of course kitchen and кухня, though the German Küche is phonetically closer to the Russian кухня. It seems that we have run out of the words having similarities. And if you have named these words, you're absolutely right. Not only they look alike and have the same meaning, but they actually go back to the same root. And that's not all. The same origin have the pronouns I, ya, the verb eat, ем. The Russian root is a bit obscured, but in the plural we can clearly see the full root. For example, мы едим, вы едите, они едят. The root ed or yed. And with a great desire, I could add some more roots. For example, if I used instead of глаза the word очи, though this word очи is a little bit obsolete, everybody understands it and we use it in the literature and in songs. And if I say instead of на кухню, до кухни or до той кухни, we would get two more words historically connected. We don't usually speak so in Russian, but we can. And for example, in other Slavic languages, it's absolutely okay. And now I'm not going to prove the kinship of these words. The only thing I can add is that the word кухня isn't native to any language. It came into Russian from the Old High German Kuchina, and into German it came from the Latin coquina. And so we have утро, я открываю мои очи, встаю, иду до той кухни, пью воду и ем хлеб. Here you can see I have highlighted in red the words that have common roots, and we can state that the coincidence of the common roots is approximately 60%. Here we have made a situation a little bit artificial, but very demonstrative. Usually the coincidence of roots in our languages is about 30%, more or less. So, we can't help noticing common features not only in such close languages as English and German, whose similarity is evident even for not specialists in historical linguistics, but as well we can see features that seem to be connected with Russian too. But if with the first case everything seems to be evident, in the second case, with Russian and English, we can't just stop on the outer external similarity, which is not evident, at least not for everybody. Are there any stronger arguments than just external similarity? Because, in the long run, we can explain almost everything as loans, like with the word кухня, kitchen, küche, that come from Latin. Okay. Let's look at other arguments in our new issues. See you soon and goodbye.